Hey everyone, Cory Green here with Berkshire Hathaway HomeServices in Lake Forest, Illinois. I'm here with another episode of Spotlight on Lake Forest, where I go around town talking to small businesses and organizations to find out a little bit more about them and what they're doing to make this community of ours so special. Today we are here at the iconic Gorton Community Center and John and Nancy Hughes Theater, which is the cultural hub of this area. And for those of you who don't know John Hughes, he was a legendary American filmmaker, and he did the majority of the 80s and 90s classics like Home Alone, National Lampoons, you name it. So today we are here to talk to Amy Wagliardo, who's the executive director here at the Gorton Community Center. So let's go in and find out what she has to say. Hi everyone, I'm Cory Green and I'm here with the Executive Director at the Gorton Community Center in Lake Forest, Amy Wagliardo. Amy, thanks so much for having us.
Yes, of course.
I know you're extremely busy, so we appreciate your time.
Of course.
Please tell us a little bit about yourself, your background, and how you got involved with the Community Center.
Well, I've always been in kind of arts and culture. My whole career has been in arts and culture. My undergraduate degree is in music. And I actually taught school for a few years right out of college, but then I went back and got an MA MBA in arts management and worked for the AT&T Performing Arts Center and the Dallas Symphony in Dallas.
Oh wow, that's so cool.
And then we moved here about 5.5 years ago, and I feel really lucky to be here at Gorton actually, because we live in Lake Bluff and I have 2 young kids, and
Lake Bluff is great.
I didn't want to have to go all the way to the city
of course,
at this point to
That's a long
be able
commute.
to work in arts and culture, and so it was kind of, I feel it was very serendipitous that I got to come here. So.
Of course. Well, we're glad to have you here.
Thank you.
So between all of the events, classes, and films, what are some of the community favorites here?
Well, we have some annual events that have been going, some of which have been going on for a long time, and some which are new favorites. The Kids Only Holiday Shop, which happens in December, has been going on for many, many years, and that's a huge volunteer effort. And it's where we bring local vendors in, and they sell everything $10 and less, and then the kids come in, and then the middle school and high school kids are elves.
Oh,
they
fun.
take the kids around to shop. Their parents wait for them. And then we have Wonder Wrappers downstairs, which are kind of our empty nester moms and grandmothers, and they're downstairs and they wrap everything up, and the kids go home with wrapped gifts.
Oh, that's a fun thing.
Yeah, and there's a lot of they get a feeling of autonomy, you know. It's very cool. And we run through for about 2.5 to 3 hours. We run almost 400 kids through here.
Oh wow,
it's crazy.
That is insane.
And it's fun. It's
I can't
imagine.
Wow.
We have something we just started. I guess it'll be 3 or 4 years ago now. We do an end of summer block party and outdoor movie. That's a free event for the whole community.
Okay.
And so before sundown, we have local food vendors and local artists performing, and tables about things that are going on at Gorton, so you can walk around and learn about things that'll be going on. And then at sundown, we show movie outdoors, and it's a lot of fun. People either buy on site their food or bring picnics and blankets and chairs. And all
we'll
that
have to check that out this year.
So
what are the examples of movies you would do at that event?
So we've done we try to make it family friendly movie.
Of course.
We did Raiders of the Lost Ark one year. We did a Star Wars movie one year. Last year we did, oh my gosh, totally blanking. It was
Smallfoot, Coco.
Oh, it was How to Train Your Dragon.
Oh, cool. That's a good one. We've seen that.
So just different stuff like that.
Awesome.
And then there's Dog Day in the summer, Safety Town Camp, just a number of kind of regular community events.
Yeah, I mean, you guys offer just about every type of event. So
Yeah.
that's great. So from what I understand, Gorton Community Center is one of the few privately funded in the United States. So why was it set up that way?
So it wasn't originally set up that way. It was originally an agency of the city. It was rolled off as a nonprofit in 2006.
Okay.
So we have an agreement with the city. The building is owned by the city, and we have a long-term use agreement with the city. And so we have a very close relationship with them to maintain this building. And we're lucky that we have this relationship. And but it allows for. I think the change allowed for Gorton to grow because you can't. About 25% of our budget is covered by contributions, and so by being a nonprofit, we can go out and ask for those contributions. And I think it would be very difficult without a nonprofit status to
yeah,
do what
of
we
course,
do
that
here.
makes sense. So one of the major draws of this area and the community center itself is where we're at right now, the John and Nancy Hughes Theater. So how involved were John and Nancy here?
So John had passed away before Mrs. Hughes got involved here, and Gorton went through a renovation between 2012 and 2015, and one of the areas that was renovated extensively was this theater. It has a state-of-the-art cinema system in it, and Mrs. Hughes stepped up to be the lead donor on that project, and so she passed away, as you know, in September, which is just really sad.
Very unfortunate. Yeah.
But she, before her death, was very interested in our film programs, and so she would occasionally come to a film. I would just keep her up to date on the things that were going. We would just kind of talk back and forth about things that were happening. She didn't want to dictate what we did for film. She just really wanted to be a cheerleader for it, and I think she was very happy with what we have. We really just started in the summer of 2016 showing film here, and it's really grown since that time. And we now have we've had premieres here. We had a work in progress documentary screening in November with the artist and the producers and the directors all here. So the quality and the uniqueness
That's
of what
so
we're able
fun.
to, the partnerships we've formed.
I mean, he was
great.
such an iconic filmmaker. It's like a once in a lifetime filmmaker. So
Yeah.
that's so great.
Yeah. We show Home Alone.
Yeah,
day after
it's funny
Thanksgiving.
because when I walked in, I heard the Home Alone soundtrack playing.
Okay.
So I had
It was fitting.
Yeah, it was fitting.
And we've started the last 2 years, and I think it's become a tradition now. I think the Friday before school starts, we show Ferris Bueller's Day Off.
Oh, that's awesome.
So it's kind of fun, and we like to show his films. Of
course.
We did Planes, Trains, and Automobiles in November.
Oh, that's one of my favorites.
We do different ones throughout the year.
That's so great.
Yeah.
So what are some other memorable moments here at the Gorton Community Center or theater? Like, were you starstruck by anybody or anything you could share?
We have had Second City the last couple of years, and they're always fun. And
Second City's great. Yeah.
The people on the touring troops are people that, like, one day you're going to hear about them. They're like, they're at Second City now, and like one day they're going to be on SNL,
of course,
or they're going to be household names, and so they're so talented. We had the Left-Handed Pianist documentary screening this fall, which was very special with the pianist and Norman Malone, the pianist who's in the film, and all of those people here. That was very special. There was a rental, actually, of the theater. It wasn't our event, but done by the Ryerson Woods, where they brought in Robert Redford's wife to do a special program, and he hung out here at Gorton all week, just sort of in the Negel room.
What a great experience.
Hanging out.
Oh my gosh.
Everybody's like, Robert Redford's in the Negel room. So that was kind of fun.
That's someone to be starstruck by.
Yeah. And then we did a screening of Pretty in Pink, and we got several of the characters to send us videos, intro videos. We showed that. So they weren't physically here, but
oh my gosh,
it's kind of fun to,
I bet that was funny.
Yeah, and then in February, we have Garrison Keillor coming.
Oh,
We're very
awesome.
excited about that. So
cool. So for those that want to get involved, buy tickets, attend events, what's the best way to do so?
Well, everything's on our website, gortoncenter.org. Volunteer. You can sign up to volunteer that way. You can call us. We do love to have volunteers for our events. We have so many of them that it really helps to have a few extra hands on deck, and we kind of regularly send out an email, okay, here's what's coming up and where we could use help. We also have a few people who help us in the offices administratively. We love that kind of regular, if someone's looking for like a regular gig, like I'd love to work every Tuesday morning or something, or volunteer every Tuesday morning. And then we're always happy to answer questions over the phone, but the website is the best way to kind of really see everything that's going on and kind of narrow
And that
down
was
what you're interested in.
GortonCommunityCenter.org.
Or it's GortonCenter.org.
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 Well, Amy, I know you're really busy, so we really appreciate your time, and good luck with the rest of the season.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, everyone, for watching, and stay tuned for the next episode.